Today on DC News Now, wind and chilly temperatures have hit the DMV, but could we see any snow? Meteorologist Scott Sumner is tracking in the Weather Center.
Big changes are coming to the Virginia General Assembly as Democrats now have control over both the House and the Senate. We'll break down the biggest issues up ahead.
Then the commanders are heading into the final week. We're looking ahead at what's at stake.
Well, it's cleanup time now that the holidays are over. The best place to get rid of those decorations coming up.
Solutions for financial New Year's resolutions for stretching your dollar.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Meteorologist Scott Sumner is in for Damon Madsen today, and he joins us with the latest check on the forecast. First of all, Scott, Happy New Year. Second thing, how does the day look?
All right, Happy New Year to you, Mark. Absolutely, second day into 2024, and it is chilly out there. It is breezy out there at times, downright windy, but we're seeing quite a bit of sunshine here locally in the district and elsewhere. As you can see, the camera shaking with our live rooftop cam, and the current temperature outside right now is 43 degrees, but because of the wind, it feels a lot colder than that. It says mostly cloudy, but yes, there are clouds out there, but certainly breaks in that sunshine as well. As we look ahead towards the next 12 hours or so, as we go throughout, I'll stand over here, you can see here, as we go throughout the afternoon, we're looking at numbers that are going to climb a little bit up into the upper 40s here by around 2 or 3 o'clock and stay there around 4 p.m. Now, wind speeds, we talked about that. We're seeing a current wind speed of 15 miles an hour, but a few higher gusts than that are being reported across the area into the 20 mile an hour range, but these are just the sustained wind speeds right now for the hour. Cumberland and Winchester, Martinsburg and Hagerstown, all into that double-digit mark here, including Manassas. Now, our satellite radar shows that we are seeing some of those clouds break up. The brightest white clouds out to sea, those are going to be staying out there as a storm system swirls out in the Atlantic Ocean. So for today, it's going to be a fairly dry day. Like I said, though, a bit on the breezy side with high temperatures that are going to range between about 40 and 46 degrees. And as we go into the evening, late afternoon, early evening, we'll see that sunset at about 4:57 tonight. Your hour-by-hour forecast from 2 to 3 to 4 p.m. shows those temperatures climbing up into the middle 40s. We'll talk more about today's forecast and beyond with the 7-day coming up. Mark?
Hey, Scott, thank you. Well, did you feel something shaking last night? Well, according to the U.S. Geological Survey, a small earthquake happened in the Rockville community. The earthquake started just before 1 this morning. It had a magnitude of 2.3, and it happened about 3 kilometers west of Rockville. No damage has been reported, and according to the USGS, earthquakes occur about once per decade in that region. Well, 10 people are without a home after a late-night fire in southeast D.C. It happened at an apartment building on Douglas Road. Officials say that 4 adults and 6 children are displaced. They also say that 2 of the children were taken to the hospital with non-fire-related medical treatment. Big changes are coming to Virginia General Assembly for 2024. It will look a lot different as Democrats have now gained control of both the House and the Senate. DC News Now's Liberty Zabala is in Alexandria to break down the biggest issues for the new year.
Well, this is the first time since 2021 that Democrats have had control over both the House and the Senate, and you can expect major clashes as they operate under a Republican governor. The biggest debates and divides will likely be over major pieces of legislation, with Democrats pushing bills to ban the sale of assault weapons, raise the minimum wage, and protect abortion rights. In Northern Virginia, the most watched piece of legislation will center on the monumental move that could bring the Wizards and Capitals to the state with the creation of a Virginia Stadium Authority to fund an arena in Alexandria. Another big issue up for debate will center on whether to allow Fairfax County to build a casino along the Silver Line corridor. Republicans are also proposing to repeal Virginia's Clean Cars law. Governor Glenn Youngkin has also pushed to end Virginia's car tax.
The car tax belongs in the trash can.
Taxes are things that we use to pay for things. In this case, it pays for our schools.
But Democrats and Republicans could see some compromise in 2024. They could compromise on issues such as teachers' pay and ending legacy admissions at colleges. For now, at Potomac Yard, Liberty Zabala, D.C. News Now.
Liberty, thank you. D.C. police are asking for help finding a stolen puppy. The 7-month-old pit bull named Lola was taken from Southeast D.C. just before 7:30 last night. Police say 2 suspects knocked on the dog owner's door on Atlantic Street, then pushed their way into the home. They also say they assaulted the owner, then took the puppy and ran away. Police are offering up the $1,000 for information leading to an arrest. Well, later this month, lawmakers in Virginia will discuss a proposal to allow local governments to install speed cameras wherever they feel it's necessary. They say that penalties could be up to $100, and currently, state law allows local governments to install speed cameras in work and school zones, but the legislation is looking to expand that. Well, new at noon, D.C. Council could be getting ready to sue Mayor Muriel Bowser about SNAP funding. Chairman Phil Mendelson has introduced a proposal known as the SNAP Litigation Authorization Resolution Act of 2024, which could authorize the council's general counsel to initiate or participate in the lawsuit, calling for the district to distribute funds that were appropriated for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, which were scheduled to be released starting on Monday. The fight over SNAP benefits in the district has been going on for weeks. Council was told that the mayor does not intend to provide the benefits due to budget concerns. A proposal calling for the ability to sue is scheduled to appear on the council's agenda January 9th. Developing right now, an investigation is underway after 2 planes collided on the runway at Tokyo's airport. This is video of firefighters on scene. Officials say that a passenger plane, a Japanese Airlines, collided with Japanese Coast Guard aircraft when it was landing. Japanese Broadcasting Company says that 5 Coast Guard crew members are dead. Officials were heading to deliver relief goods to residents hit by the deadly earthquake Monday. All 379 passengers on board the flight got off safely before it caught fire. Across the DMV, people are taking down their holiday decorations, and counties are making it easy for you to get rid of those live trees and wreaths. Alex Juarez has the details from one of the drop-off locations in D.C.
Yeah, there are 3 places where people can go to get rid of their trees and their wreaths, and this is one of them, Guy Mason Recreation Center. The other 2 are roll-off box locations. Those are off of South Capitol Street Southeast and Bryant Street Northwest. In D.C., trees and greenery can also be picked up starting January 3rd until March 2nd. Put everything that's going to be picked up on the curb in front of your home. In Montgomery County, Maryland, just put what you're getting rid of on the curb by 7 in the morning on your regularly scheduled recycling day. Those trees cannot have root balls or roots attached. The Shady Grove Processing Facility and Transfer Station will also let you drop off trees. Prince George's County is picking up the greenery now through January 30th. It needs to be on the curb by 6 in the morning on your yard trim collection day, and the Brown Station Road public container pad will also be open to take trees as well during their regular business hours. There are a number of drop-off locations in Frederick and Washington counties. Those are listed on the Maryland.gov website under the Department of Energy's tab. Over in Northern Virginia, Loudoun County offers a number of drop-off locations as well. You can find those for each city on Loudoun.gov. And in Arlington, special tree collection is going on until January 12th. Put those trees on the curb no later than 6 a.m. And across the region, all trees and greenery that is being collected cannot be artificial or fake. It also needs to be stripped of any tree lights or any decorations that are on those. They are going to be turned into mulch and compost across the region for people who are living in those areas to pick up throughout the spring. In Washington, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
All right, Lex, thank you. On Sunday, the Washington Commanders lost their 7th straight game of the season to the San Francisco 49ers. And now the team's preparing for their final week of practice of the season. They're going to host division rivals, the Dallas Cowboys, on Sunday. There's nothing really to play for besides a high draft pick. Head coach Ron Rivera has said that he expects his players to show up ready to compete.
Well, because we got one more home game. It's a group of professionals. I think the guys understand that, and just expect them to show up and do their job.
Well, if your New Year's resolution includes getting your finances in check, we have some tips for you. Consumer reporter and weekend anchor Ben Dennis found ways for you to stretch your dollar and save some money in 2024.
Hey there, among the common New Year's resolutions, they include improving personal finances. And whether it's paying off debt or preparing for retirement, we found ways to stretch your dollar. Bankrate says that 52% of Americans reported that money is hurting their mental health. Nearly 3 in 10 said that they worry daily about their finances, but consumers needn't navigate the path to financial wellness on their own. Among Bankrate's practical resolutions for 2024, consolidate credit card debt, make a practical budget for expenses, prioritize savings, start an emergency fund, and contribute to your retirement savings. Moreover, learn investment strategies and focus on improving your credit score and, of course, update your beneficiaries. More ways to stretch your dollar online at dcnewsnow.com. Just select Our Money tab. Ben Dennis, back to you.